What up, YTBC? Sometimes I get to thinking, and it kind of trips me out when I hear certain opinions on pound for pound lists and everything else. I always base my pound for pound list on resumes, and I think that's the fairest way to do it. You know, it's impossible to really um, judge on who would beat who on a pound for pound list like a lot of people do. I mean, some people say they go off resumes when they make their lists or whatever, but I, I really doubt that. I really do doubt that. I think a lot of it is due to bias, and I think a lot of it is due to like basically who they like and who they don't like, and who are swayed to like by the media and peers, other people amongst even the YTBC, you know, Facebook groups, stuff like that. Let me run off some names here. Um, let's say this one person. This one person. Let's say this person has beaten Ashley Theophane, um, Eric Morales, twice, in fact. Kendall Holt, Nate Campbell, um, Amir Khan, Zab Judah, um, Lamont Peterson, Paulie Malignaggi. I think most of you know who I'm referring to right here. You know what I'm saying? That's a pretty impressive resume. Now I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, he beat Nate past his prime, and Kendall Holt has been such and such. He's not really. That's better. His resume is better than a lot of people you have in your top five pound for pound list right now. Top 10, in fact. Because I don't see this guy in a lot of top 10 pound for pound lists. I really don't. I see Kell Brook in pound for pound lists. And I don't see this guy in pound for pound lists. I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. Because resume alone, he blows Kell Brook's resume out of the water. I didn't even mention Lucas Matisse. Didn't even mention Lucas Matisse. That was a guy that a lot of people favored to beat him. A lot of people. I was one of the few people to actually pick him to beat Lucas Matisse, and I was right. He beat him. He beat him rather convincingly. But I don't even see him in a top 10 pound for pound list right now. I'm not even going to name the names in a lot of your top 10 pound for pound lists that don't even their resumes don't even compare to this guy's. Don't even compare to this guy's. Yet I don't see him in a lot of your pound for pound lists. And a lot of people will say, well, he fought Rod Salka and this, that, and the third. Yada. All right, he took a soft touch. He took a soft touch between a resume like that. One soft touch, and you're automatically off a pound list, off of people's radars, and this thing. I don't understand. His next fight is against Robert Guerrero. Right off coming off of fighting Lamont Peterson. Well, not Lamont Peterson and Paulie Malignaggi, excuse me. Paulie Malignaggi was his first fight at 147. He's going right up to Robert Guerrero. And probably if he beats Robert Guerrero, I think he may face a Sean Porter or a Keith Thurman right after that. That's his next fight. And you want to complain about this guy taking a soft touch against Rod Salka? I didn't even mention Herrera. Didn't even mention Herrera. Whether you felt like he beat Herrera or lost to Herrera, I felt that Herrera won the fight. But he faced him. That's a name on his resume now. And you don't have him on your pound for pound list. A lot of you don't. Not even a thought. I'm going to throw a name out there. Timothy Bradley. A lot of people have Kell Brook ranked above Timothy Bradley. Who the fuck has Kell Brook beaten to be above Timothy Bradley on any pound for pound list? Timothy Bradley, in my mind, he can be he's easily top 5 to pound for pound, easily right now. The only person that you can say he lost to was Manny Pacquiao in 2 competitive fights. He's easily top 5 pound for pound. But once again, a lot of you guys barely have him 7, 8 on your list. I really don't understand it. I really don't. That's why I call the pound for pound list, mythical. It's mythical. You know, you can't really gauge it. There's no way to truly gauge it. That's why I go off resumes. That is the easiest way to make or build a pound for pound list. Let me see your resume. Who have you beaten? Give me some scalps on your wall. Give me some names. And if you go on scalps on walls and names and this, that, and the third, how can certain fighters be ranked above certain fighters then? Logically. Because to me, logically, there's no way. There's no possible way. How the hell can a lot of you guys have Triple G ranked number 2 or 3 on your pound for pound list when the guy I mentioned in the video before I even brought up Timothy Bradley has a better overall resume than Triple G? Who has Triple G beaten? Triple G has beaten what? 2 former champions? Do I need to go through the list of the former champions that the guy I mentioned has beaten in his career thus far? In fact, as far as I remember, one of the guys that he's beaten when he was coming up through the ranks, Ashley Theophane, he's about to fight Adrian Broner for the WBA belt at 140. And this is when he was coming up through the ranks. He's beaten this guy. That's why I say a lot of people have short memories. This is a what have you done for me lately boxing community and boxing mind state. But the thing about it is, lately, you really can't even knock this guy's resume. Lately, like I said, his last 2 fights were Lamont Peterson and Paulie Malignaggi. That's lately. And a lot of you, I can't understand how a lot of you will have Triple G ranked number 2 or 3 on pound for pound list. I can only say that it's due to his potential, which, hey, his potential is through the roof. I give credit where credit is due. Triple G's potential is through the roof. Is he the best at 160? A lot of people would say so. I would probably say so, yeah. I would say that he's the best at 160. But I want to see it. I want to see him in the ring proving that he's the best at 160. He wants to clean up 160? Go ahead. By all means, do it. Earn your respect that way. Earn your respect in the ring. Not from what everyone else says. Show me you can beat these guys. Show me you can beat your Jacobs. Hell, Andy Lee would love to, even off of a loss, I would still like to see, if he doesn't get Canelo next, fight Andy Lee. Put that scalp on your wall. Do that. I would have no problem with it. Just to get a scalp on, just to put a name on your resume, a former champion on your resume. You see Billy Joe Saunders is not trying to fight you. Fuck it. Go after Andy Lee. But if they're ranking you number 2, earn that number 2. Because in my opinion, not anyone else's, in my opinion, Danny Garcia should be ranked above Triple G. Because his resume is stronger than Triple G's. And there's no doubting that. That man went in the ring, fought those names, those former champions, and proved himself time and time again. I think a lot of you all should remember that.